9.
Okay.
Does it belong to Zandile Khumalo?
I cannot confirm that because I do not have that on my statement. As I've indicated, if I have the full set of data, I can then either confirm or decline.
Mr. Professor, it's the easiest way. It's not that maybe we should adjourn so that you get the whole data
Now,
according to the witness. Otherwise, she says if she doesn't have the full data, she's not able to say that. This number.
that's somewhere I'm going to, my lord. That's why I'm asking this. We don't need an adjournment. If you don't have that number, it's fine. But my question is, you led evidence about the numbers of Kelly Khumalo and Longwe Twala.
Uyavuma ukuthi ufakaze ngenombolo ka Khumalo no Longwe.
So, in other words, there was a selection of certain numbers that you were to assist on a particular date. Is that correct?
My lord, I was actually given the data to testify from. And that is what I've testified from, given evidence on. Should there be something that I'm asked about and that is not here, then it was not handed to me.
Bamnikeze inombolo njena yizo lezo befakaza ngazo kodwa nangabe lokho ebuzayo inombolo yakho la ayikho lana angeke akhona ukukhuluma ngayo.
Sorry, Mr. Sibande, when we were adjourning and going up and down, didn't you give the defense the whole kaput, the whole data?
My lord, we disclosed the data.
The data, meaning 4,000 plus pages, they have
was
it.
disclosed in this.
That's it. That's how I remember the evidence. That every council here.
And my lord, just to take the point further, what my colleague is asking, Exhibit O speaks to these questions that are being asked to this witness. Where Colonel Steyn identified these numbers by employing different methods to say this number belongs to Zandile Khumalo of 1, 2, 3 reasons. The number belongs to Kelly Khumalo of 1, 2, 3 reasons. Just to take it further, when Advocate Mnisi wanted to raise the very same point, it was Advocate Mr. Mngomezulu Lorada who said that this number belonging to Kelly's, they already been mentioned in an affidavit.
Now, I think you don't understand me. Sorry, my lord, to interject. I don't think you understand me. My question was, you only led evidence in relation to the cell phones that were given to you to assist on the numbers for Kelly Khumalo and the one for Longwe Twala. That's the evidence that you led in this court. There's not any other evidence of a cell phone relating to Zandile Khumalo, Gladness Khumalo, and Thokozisi Twala, and the rest, the people that were in the house. The relevant part of what I'm asking is, your testimony dealt with the information that was contained in the cell phone of Kelly Khumalo and Longwe Twala. That's the relevance of this question. Let us move on. There's one thing that before I proceed with my cross-examination, my colleague, I think it was Mr. Advocate Baloyi, made a correction or put it to you that the number 060, the first number that I gave you, 060804 0436. They clarify it by saying it did not belong to Silo Twala, it belonged to Longwe Twala. Remember? Do you remember saying that?
Yes.
Uyakhumbula ngalesi sikhathi etshelwa ngayo le nomboro le iqala ngo-060 ukuthi watshelwa ukuthi leyo nomboro akusiyo inomboro lo umntwana kaThwala.
Yes. I want to put it to you that it was not your evidence that this number belonged to Silo Twala, but it was in possession of Longwe Twala. That was not your evidence.
If you look at my addendum, on the RICA, it says Selo Twala.
Yes.
Mawubuka kule ncwadi yami yona iveza uSilo Twala.
Yes, I remember what you said. You said it belonged to Silo Twala, but you never gave evidence, unless I'm quoting you wrong, to say this number belonged to Longwe Twala. You never gave such evidence.
I was never asked who the user or this number belonged to. I merely went with the information that reflects on our RICA database.
Ukuthi abazama abuze lokho yena beyangena ngenombolo ukuya ngale ndlela eyithole ngakhona ukuthi kuye kubani.
That's the reason why I'm asking this, because I heard my colleague saying this number was actually used by Longwe Twala. It actually belonged to Silo Twala, not Longwe Twala. My colleague put it to you, but the point that I'm driving to is, it is not your evidence that this 060 number, you did not place it on record that it belonged to Longwe Twala.
That is correct.
Uyavuma ukuthi ngalesi sikhathi efakaza akazange atshele inkantolo ukuthi yona le nomboro kaLongwe Twala.
So in this regard, it is highly possible that a cell phone or a particular cell phone is recorded in somebody's name and be used by another person. That is highly possible, correct?
That is correct,
Ukuthi
yes.
kuyakhonakala ukuthi le inomboro iyakhonakala ukuthi ingarikwa umuntu othize ebese yena lo beyirika angayisebenzisi bese isebenziswa omunye umuntu.
So the presumption behind this is that a person, if he is not identified, if the state did not put it to you, that number was used by Longwe Twala, one would still believe that that number, since it is recorded in the name of Silo Twala, that means Silo Twala was in possession of the cell phone.
In my evidence, I referred to as the cell phone numbers, the ending of the cell phone numbers, and not by anyone's name. I can only go with what reflects on our set of data.
Uthi kuya ngofakazi bakhe ufakazi ngena ngenombolo lezi eziphelelayo za cellphone kanti akazange akhulume ngokuthi ubani lo muntu.
But ma'am, the only inference, I cannot say the only inference, but the inference could be that if this number 060804 was recorded in the name of Silo Twala, and this number is registered in one of the towers in Vosloorus, the presumption was that Silo Twala was in Vosloorus. Will I be correct to say that?
No. Remember, we don't know who has the cell phone.
Correct, yes.
So basically, it's the tower that picks up the cell phone and not the person.
Correct. My question, I'm still with that question. There are so many things that you need to clarify, especially that will also benefit accused number 2. I'm saying this number, 060-804-0436, it is recorded in the name of Silo Twala.
Correct.
Yes. This number was registered in one of the towers in Fort Lauderdale. I'm just giving you an example, but it's part of the evidence. Correct?
Correct.
The inference that you can draw is that the person, this number or this device, at that time it was registered, it was in possession of a person who owns it, who is recorded in the name of the.
I cannot confirm that because the person using that handset is unknown to me. I can only speak about the handset and which tower picked up the handset.
Yes.
Ukuthi yena ngeke akuvume lokho kodwa yena uya nge-cellphone thina akayi ngomuntu. Kuya ngokuthi leyo cellphone irikwe ubani uselothwana. Kusho ukuthi ngamanye amagama ngaleso sikhathi yiba ephosphorus iyayiphethwe kuyo umnikazi. Yena uthi mina angiyi nge-cellphone, angiyi nomuntu ngiya nge-cellphone.
Yes. Now, as you say, this number was recorded in the name of Silotwana. All right? Please follow me. It's recorded in the name of Silotwana. According to the evidence that you have led regarding this number, one cannot say Silotwala was in Phosphorus unless the contrary is apparent. For instance, the state has said to you this number was in possession, the device was in possession of Longotwala. That's where the contrary is, because in terms of what was the information contained in the tower, it shows the number, not the person. But when you follow the number tells you that it has been recorded in the name of Silotwana. But according to the evidence that you are leading, Silotwala, I can confirm that he was not in Phosphorus.
I cannot confirm that because I have no idea.
Ukuthi yena angeke eze esho ngokuphelele ukuthi uSilotwala engekho ephosphorus.
Yena
akanolwazi lwalokho.
I would like you to keep it in the back of your mind. I'll come back to this question again, because it has its own principle that needs to be addressed before this honorable court. Let's proceed. This number 060-804-0436 was used by Longwetwala according to Advocate Baloyi. And this number, is there any evidence whereby you can link this number with the number of Kelly Kumalo, or both the numbers of Kelly Kumalo, the 072 number and the 083 number? 072 and the 082 number. Is there any possibility, even if we can adjourn to look for that number, if there was a communication between these two numbers or these three numbers? I want to establish if Kelly Kumalo had a conversation with Longwetwala.
I think it's important to make reference to the evidence that I have given.
Yeah.
We actually went through all the call data that might have been relevant at that time. And I feel that if we need to establish that, then Mr. Mkamazulu needs to identify that transaction on this whole set of data. And then I can be then referred to those activities and maybe elaborate what kind of activity it is. But in doing so, you will have to go through that entire set of data, look for what is relevant for you, and then I can then answer your questions, if that makes sense.
Yes, it makes sense what you are saying. But there's a certain document they are looking for. All right. In terms of, thank you. Ma'am, I'm in possession of this letter. My lord, I didn't make copies of this letter, or maybe I should.
Whose letter is that?
It's a letter from Captain. Captain. what's up, my lord? So, my lord, it's a letter from Captain Mteto, who wrote a letter requesting the 205s for the people that were in the house.
Yes, yeah, okay, fine, yes, here.
Yes, my lord. In fact, I didn't make copies.
No, fine.
May I
Are you
have
going to hand it up for evidence?
For
Because
evidence.
apparently here we've got problems with handing things for evidence.
My lord, at the moment, this letter is coupled with an affidavit, but the affidavit is not attached
No, fine.
in this.
But
I
are you
just
going
want
to hand
show-
up that letter?
Yes, I can hand
That's
up
all
this
I'm
letter.
asking.
I'm requesting the witness to have a look on this letter. I'll make copies. Will you agree with me that it's a letter that was written by Captain Mteto with Colonel Mdise requesting the 205s for the numbers that appeared in that document?
Yes, it does. It lists a number of cell phone numbers.
Yes, I would request you to place the contents of that letter on record.
Do you want me to read the entire letter?
Yes.
Okay, so it comes from the Office of the Provincial Commissioner, Provincial Investigating Unit, Detective Service, which is in Gauteng. DPCI Notebook Analysis, South African Police, corner Diagonal and Pritchard Streets, Johannesburg. Request for Section 205, Results Analysis, Charge Murder, Phosphorus, CAS 636-10 of 2014. The victim is Senzo Robert Mayiwa, Bafana goalkeeper. It then states description of the incident. On 2014-10-26, at 2000 hours, I need to make mention that some of the alphabets are erased on this document, and I will pass over those words. Unknown black males stormed at house number 13511, Kutlanong Street, Mzamo, looks like section, Spruit View, one armed with a firearm and demanded belongings of the people in the house. There were 7 people in the house who all had cell phones in their possession. Commotion ensued amongst the suspects and the occupants of the house, during which one victim by the name of Senzo Mayiwa was shot once on the chest and died. The suspects then fled on foot. The following paragraph states the following are the cell phone numbers of the witnesses at the crime scene: 060-306-52013. Tumelo, I would think it's Mdladla,
Madlala.
07467666669, Zandile Kumalo, 0827044 358, and 70293. It's erased. It continues with 2498, in brackets Kelly Kumalo. 073-114-5035. Ntombi could be Gladness Kumalo. 071-437-9851. Senzo Miwa, deceased. 060-804-0436. Longwe Twala. 076-455-2119. Mtoko ZC Twala. 079-106-9100. Mandisa could be Mkize. Deceased wife was not at the crime scene, in brackets. Following paragraph states the following numbers were obtained from downloading of some of the witness cell phones, and section 205 were applied for, and when the downloadings were analyzed, there were some numbers that were picked up. In order could be to establish if they were at the crime scene on the date of the incident. In brackets, it says downloading results. Looks like the word sealed in forensic bag PA 600-221-0561. It then gives reflex cell phone numbers, which are 076-904-9534, thereafter 082-951-3984, 072-941-9266, 082-577-6176, 072-236-2952, 073-50-88099, 078-228-2769, 076-305-0559, 076-735-2536. It continues on the following page to 07. I have no idea what that number is. 108-2520, 082-626-7632, 082-599-5325, lastly 076-5166-349. It then goes on to state the GP numbers of the above cell phone numbers are as follows, in brackets, sealed in forensic bag number PA 600-221-0559. Below listed is GP 280 of 10/2014, GP 57 of 1/2015, GP 58 of 1/2015, GP 265 of 2/2015. The next paragraph says the GP numbers of section 205 results for the above witnesses are sealed in forensic bag PA 600-221-0558 as per GP 567 of 10/2014, GP 568 of 10/2014, GP 569 of 10/2014, GP 156 of 8/2015, GP 157 of 8/2015, GP 213 of 8/2015. Next paragraph states section 205 was also done by using crime scene towers. Results from Vodacom are sealed in forensic bag number PA 600 2210560. Other information followed during investigation, section 205 results, as per GP 4311-2014, GP 7111-2014, and lastly GP 7211-2014, all sealed as per forensic bag PA 60022100508. It then states all the provided data is collectively sealed in one forensic bag, PA 40017524664. It then goes on to say, kindly assist this office in analyzing the provided data. Further information can be obtained from Sergeant Mushwana, DPCI Analysis Section, and then it's signed by Colonel M.H. Modise, Provincial Investigating Unit Commander, Gauteng.
Thank you. Master, I would request that exhibit to be marked, I think triple J 8 or
8.
if not 9. What was the last? Triple J 8, man.
Okay.
Lencwadi lena yile ncwadi yayicelwa amaphoyisa kanti lawo maphoyisa babecela ukuthi makuyenzwe ama-downloads kulezi nombolo kanti uKhenele Mthethwa noModise kanti kuthiwa kwakuyi-2014 nge-26 zaka-October yethu baka-8 uyindoda engaziwa amadoda awangaziwa bafike batheleka phakathi endlini 13511 kuThwanong Street Mzamo section Spruit View babehlome ngeyibhamu kanti bafika bangena phakathi ukufika kwabo phakathi base bathi bafuna izinto ezithize lezi eziphethwe yilabantu bangaphakathi laba bantu labo babe bathathwe bephakathi endlini kanti kuthe mase befika phakathi becela lezo zinto ukuthi bayazifuna kwase kuqala ukungazwani noma kwaqala impi ngaleso sikhathi abantu bekhona ngaphakathi kanti uSenzo Meyiwa wase uyadutshulwa washona labo bantu laba babengene phakathi endlini basuke baphuma begijima ngeenyawo kanti ama-cellphone numbers lawa babekhona phakathi kwakuyi-0603065201 Tumelo Madlala 074-676-6669 Zandile Khumalo 082-7044-358 ne-072-93 usuyabonakala 2498 yakaKhelly Khumalo 07311-45035 Ntombi Gladness Khumalo 071-437-9851 Senzo Meyiwa umufi 0608040436 Longethwana 076-4552119 Mthokozisi Thwala 0791069-100 Mandisa Mkhize umfazi kamufi lo wadutshulwa phakathi endlini labo bantu lezo inombolo zitholakale kulabo bantu kanti kwade lezi inombolo zatholakala ngokucela ukuya ngomthetho we-205 ukuthi ku-downloadwe lezo inombolo kutholakala ukuthi ezakubani ama-downloading imiphumelo yakhona yafakwa phakathi kulesi sikhwanyana sabo e-forensic back. Inombolo yakhona is a PA 60022105561. Inombolo 0769049534, 0829513984, 0729419266, 0825776176, 0722362952, 07350888099, 07822827690, 07630505559, 076 7352536. Ne 071 10822825520, 082 6267632, 082 5995325, 076 5166349. Ukuya ngayo leyo lento bayisebenzisayo ye-GP sas imiphumela yakhona yasiyathathwa ifakwa ku forensic back PA 600221059, GP 428010 of 2014, GP 57 of 1 2015, GP 58 of 1 2015, GP 265 of 2 2015. GP section wakhona kubaqala nga-205 ama-results bawafaka ku-PA 60022105550 bese bawona afakwa ku-GP back 567 10 2014, 568 10 2014, 569 10 2014, 156 8 2015, 157 8 2015, 213 8 2015. Ukuya ngalo mthetho i-205 lawo ma-downloads wayenzeka kumathawa wase waka Vodacom bese wona afakwa ku-PA 60022105560. Eminye imininingwane ukuya nge-205 kwaba yi-GP 4311 of 2014, GP 7111 of 2014, GP 7211 of 2014. Wona afakwa ku-PA 60022105508. Uyabacela bathi bayacela ukuthi nceda leli office ngalawo ama-analysis ukuwaphenye baphenye bancede i-office ngokuwaphenye.
Thank you. My Lord, for a point of correction, it's J9. Just want to mark it J9.
Okay.
I beg leave to hand up this exhibit. But my colleagues will request the copies to be made for them.
No, you can make copies first.
I can make copies first. Then. Thank you, Marit. May I proceed? Thank you. Ma'am, so it is confirmed in terms of the exhibit that the request was made in respect of people that were in the house.
Kuyiqiniso ukuthi leso sicelo sayenzwa siyenzelwa kulabo bantu babe ngaphakathi endlini.
Yes, it did state so.
And your evidence is only limited to 3 people that were in the house. The evidence that you were led in this court on, it dealt with the late Senzo Mayo, Kelly Kumalo, and Longwe Twala. That's the evidence that you have led. But the request was made in respect of 8 people. Do you agree?
Yes.
Uyavuma ukuthi kodwa ngalesi sikhathi bemcela babecela ukuthi kuyenze amadami kulabo bantu laba bengaphakathi endlini kodwa yena ufakaze njena ngabantu abathathu.
Yes. Ma'am, according to the evidence of the defense for accused number 1 and other witnesses for the defense, there was a communication between Tumelo Madlala and Mr. Edward Shaw. Mr. Madlala, who was in the house, and Edward Shope, who is the brother-in-law of Senzo Mayo, immediately after Senzo was shot.
I will object to that question, unless if my colleague can pull out the record and point out where in the evidence did Mr. Tumelo Madlala said he did communicate with Mr. Edward Shope.
My Lord, I didn't say it's an evidence of the state. I've indicated that the defense will give evidence that there was a communication between Tumelo Madlala and Edward Shope. That's what the defense will say. And my concern is that how can I prove in terms of section 205 that there was such a communication if that evidence was not provided by the state or was not provided in court?
I cannot answer that because you will have to ask the state why it wasn't provided in court.
Thank you.
Uthi angeke ngikhona ukuphendula lokho ngumhloshisi lo ngakhona ukuphendula ukuthi kungenxa yani kwakuthiwani kungabuzwa lokho la enkantolo.
Because the 205 of Tumelo Madlala, you were not given for you to give evidence to this court as to who was he communicating with on the day Senzo was killed. Correct?
I wasn't requested for such information.
Akaze ngatshelwe ukuthi kuhlolwe futhi noTumelo Madlala ukuthi bekhuluma ngobani ngalelo langa la uSenzo Mayo eshona ngalo.
Same applies to Zandile Kumalo, Gladness Kumalo, and Mthokozisi Twala. Same applies to them. They were in the house, they were not provided with the information to give it as evidence in this court.
Correct.
Nalaba abanye noma babe khona phakathi endlini kodwa akazange acelwe ukuthi nabo makabahlole.
May I just confirm this, my Lord, with my court? Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, my Lord. There's a question that I wanted to, or information that I wanted to relate to, that Kelly Kumalo, he made a call and he called Silo after the incident, on the day of the incident, when she was at the hospital. And that evidence has not been led by the state. But I'll go through the section 205 of Kelly Khumalo for both numbers. What is important here is that there is an information that is deliberately omitted by the state, because that evidence is crucial. We need to know which number did Kelly Khumalo use to phone Silo Twala amongst the 072 or the 072 numbers. But we'll get into that. Ma'am, I just want us to go straight to the relevant evidence relating to the allegations against these 5 accused persons. And according to the evidence that you have led in terms of the 205s, you led evidence of the 205 under triple GG2. Please, let me just confirm Let me just put it this way. There's evidence that you led according to accused number 3. Sorry. Triple G1. Relating to the cell phone of accused number 3, which was registered in the name of accused number 3. I think it's 07666 number. 8169.
Which set of data does it reflect on? Which exhibit?
I'll give you now. I just want. I'm looking for the exhibit. It's triple G1. G1. From page 10 to page 13.
Page 10 to page?
Yes, from page 10 to page 13.
13.
Yes.
Okay, I have that here in front of me.
May I confirm if that number is 076 766 8169?
It's a 072 number.
Oh, is it 072766?
072 766 8169.
I beg your pardon, 072 766 8169. Thank you. I just want to confirm that number. I'll make reference to other relevant exhibits. All right. In this case, the court is sitting to hear evidence relating to the incident that happened on the 26th of October 2014. All right? And in terms of this exhibit, this is an exhibit of a 205 that was taken from the cell phone of accused number 3, Mr. Nubi. All right?
Okay.
And I want to relate that what is contained in that information in the 205 with the 205 of Kelly Khumalo. both numbers, the 082 and the 072, because here, ma'am, there is a confession which was accepted in this court. And that confession, it deals with a communication between accused number 3 and Kelly Kumalo.
Ukuya ngalezi inombolo le ye-072 nale ye-082 kanti kuthiwa kwaba khona ne-confession leyayenzwa number 3 kanti leyo confession ibe
Not a confession by accused number 3. It's a confession made by accused number 2, allegedly made by.
number 2 kwathiwa kukhona ukuthi angayenza i-confession yena.
I'm not sure if the interpreter is interpreting correctly.
You can come again for me,
May I rephrase it?
please?
In terms of this exhibit G1, this is the 205 of accused number 3.
Lena isicelo lesi sayenzwa ukuya ngomthetho we-205 for number 3.
Yes. And there is an exhibit, I think it's J1,
Kune-exhibit record page 1
that deals with the section 205s
lihambelana nomthetho we-205
concerning Kelly Kumalo's numbers.
mayelana nenombolo ka-Kelly Kumalo.
Do you follow me?
Yes.
Uthi uyazwisisa.
According to the state, accused number 2 made a confession.
Unumber 2 ukuya ngomtsheshisi. Unumber 2 wabhalisa i-confession.
In that confession, it states that accused number 3 was communicating with Kelly Kumalo.
Kuleyo confession wathi unumber 3 wayikhulumisana no-Kelly Kumalo.
Do you follow me?
Yes.
In terms of that communication, it is said that Kelly Kumalo phoned accused number 3
Ukuya ngaleyo confession kuthiwa u-Kelly Kumalo uyena wafonela unumber 3
and asked him as to where were they.
kuthiwa wabuza uKelly ukuthi nikuphi.
And the answer was, Sisi, we are on our way.
Kanti impendulo yathi kuthe sisendleleni.
Okay? That's what is in that confession.
Yiloko kungaphakathi kuleyo confession.
You would agree with me. I understand that according to, but it's not according to your evidence. There's evidence that Kelly Kumalo was using 6 numbers, but that shall be confirmed. What you did,
Kuzwakele ukuthi uKelly Kumalo wayeneyinombolo eziwu-6.
but what you did give as evidence related to 2 cell phones that belong to Kelly Kumalo.
Kodwa ukuya ngalo bufakazi bakho wena ukhulume noma ufakaze ngeyinombolo ezimbili lezo inombolo uthe zakaKelly Kumalo.
Correct. Now, I would like to take you on exhibit G1 from page 10.
I am on page 10.
Yes.
My lord, I will object at this stage. I do not recall the confession statement stating on which number was that communication coming from, or how many cell phones was accused number 3 or anyone carrying on that particular day. So it is unfair for Mr. Mngomezulu to ask this witness to compare such information with Exhibit G2.
Yeah, but me, as I'm following the evidence, Mr. Mngomezulu is insinuating that the statement, according to, I'm quoting you, Mr. Mngomezulu,
Yes.
the statement of accused number 2, that's number 2 phone, allegedly phone K,
No, it's number 3.
number 3 phone K.
Yes.
You are now insinuating that that is the truth.
No.
Hello?
Yeah.
Let's listen to me. You are saying because it's a confession and number 3 is said to have phone K by the person who made the confession, that bit of evidence, it is truth. Are you with me?
No, I'm not. I'm
Okay,
not
fine.
listening.
As long as you hear what I'm saying.
But what I'm relating to this court is that the convocation, you are trying to disprove that the contents of this confession were true.
Yes, you're right.
Yes.
Because
Now-
it doesn't follow that that confession, all of it is the truth. For instance, and I'm not creating evidence, I was listening attentively to Sergeant Mohona, the lady,
Yes.
who said when they read that confession, they found that it contained inaccuracies because there was evidence that the alleged 2 or 3 other persons who are allegedly involved in the matter of Senzo
Sorry,
were
Madam.
at that time in jail. Are you with me?
It related to accused number 1.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, one of the confessions, when they read it, they established that it can't be true because some of the persons alluded to in that confession were actually in jail. You know that evidence.
May I just address?
Okay, let us leave it.
Yes.
Listen, go on. Go on, go
Let me
on.
go on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to address the concern of
Yes,
my
yes.
colleague, Mr. Advocate.
Okay, fine.
That confession, it relates to the convocation on the day Senzo was killed. It was specific.
Kule confession ikhuluma kahle kahle mayelana nenkulumo le yayenzeka ngaleli langa uSenzo ezoshona.
So, in terms of the evidence that you have led in this court, including Lieutenant Colonel Hose, about the section 205 of accused number 3, they relate to the incident of the 26th of October 2014. Do you understand?
Uthi uyazwisisa ukuthi ukuya ngale 205 yaka Colonel Force lokho kuhambelana futhi ngale 205 le yayenzeka what is it again?
26th of October
26th October
2014.
2014.
And furthermore, the confession, the alleged confession, related to the incident of the 26th of October 2014.
Yona le confession ikhuluma mayelana ne senzakalo lesenzeka nge-26 October 2014.
And your evidence, together with Mr. Hose's evidence,
Ubufakazi bakho naloko bakaKhosi
it relates to the convocation to the 205s
ikhuluma mayelana ne unkulumo le yomthetho we-205
as per Exhibit G1
ukuya nge-exhibit G1
and J2. or
no J2.
So what is relevant in this is that this communication by accused number 3,
le nkulumo ka number 3 lena
it deals with a communication that at a later stage
ihambelana nenkulumo emveni kwesikhathi ke
the court will make a conclusion whether such a confession was the true reflection of what it was confessed about.
La inkantolo ekugcineni fanele yenze isinqumo sokubona ukuthi lokho ngabe kuleyo confession kwakuyiqiniso yini.
My Lord, I would like to object here. I don't know, can the witness be asked questions? Because he's under cross-examination. He's not here to assess evidence.
No, it doesn't help because he has been putting propositions to the witness.
Okay, no, Mr. Gomez, I'm not stopping you from putting that. At the back of my mind, I know that section 319.
Yes.
219, yes, you're aware of where I'm getting to.
That's correct, yes.
Yeah, that the evidence of a confession by one accused is not admissible against another accused. Now you're asking this witness to comment on an alleged allegation which was made by one person who deposed to a confession.
All right, I understand.
Are you with me?
I'm with you. My Lord, may I proceed?
Yeah,
May
fine.
I reference or deal with other aspects?
No, I'm not stopping you.
No, I understand. I'm with you, my Lord, especially in relation to 219.
Yes.
But I'm concerned about the relevance of these 205s by the state. But I'll leave it for argument. But let me just put it this way. You gave evidence in terms of exhibit G1, where you talk about the towers. And it is your evidence that that number 072 766 8169, according to the evidence you gave in terms of the distance and the towers, you said that number at that time, I think it was 7, I'll just confirm it. May I just confirm it, my Lord?
Whilst Mr. Gomez is confirming, madam, I think I've got a wing from accused number 3 that he wants me to quickly add.
Okay, fine.
Thank you. Just a second, madam.
It was 18 kilometers from the crime scene. Yeah.
Mr. Court, please, my Lord, I'm sorry to disturb my colleague when he's still busy. My Lord, can I just ask for a 5 minutes adjournment? It's 5 to 1 now. If we
that's
can just consult together with our clients. My Lord, just
5 minutes to 1.
It's 5 minutes to 1 now. My Lord.
Okay, we can adjourn until what time?
Until 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock, my Lord.
You are very rude at 2. 2 o'clock then.
Yeah, so check and see.